Moon Knight, episode 4. Layla and Steven / Mark do some tomb raiding in the 4th episode, attempting to find Amit before Harrow. Steven leads the pair, or possibly trio, to the secret tomb of Alexander the Great. Layla gets sidetracked by a mummy / Walking Dead type thing, as well as Harrow himself. Before Mark and Layla escape, Arthur shoots Mark twice in the chest, and the episode ends with Mark meeting Steven in a psych ward and running into a talking hippo. The hippo thing threw me off.
Yeah.
Like big time.
Sure.
But I'm going to make the case that this was the best episode of any Marvel TV show to date.
It was what you're asking.
It was 100% what I was.
Exactly. I would say it was a little long in the tooth.
Oh, I disagree.
I think it could have been 5 minutes shorter and still been just like fine, as good as it was. It took a little while to pick up for me. Like, I liked all that, and it was building up. But then when we find out, like, Mark and Steven, 2 different people, we see that, we get the weird hippo thing, which was hilarious. And it tells you, like, what is it real, what isn't. We don't know, and we're still kind of in that. So I thought that was, I don't know if it's the best today, because I really have to like flash back to everything that I really like. I mean, Hawkeye just had like continually really good episodes for me, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, sure.
To really compare that 1v1 on that, but this was the best episode of this so far, I think.
Mm-hmm.
At first I even sent you a thing like, like I didn't like where it was going, and then like the first 20 minutes I wasn't really on it, and then the last 23, 24, however long this episode ended up being, was really good. I think there was just a stretch where I like that first 20, maybe like, and maybe not even 5, maybe 3 minutes. I could have just said we could have done something without that, but that's okay, because it was fine at the end, and it was good at the end, and it makes me realize, like, and also the best thing, once again, we still don't have anything outside coming in. This is just Moon Knight so far, and that makes me really happy. So at most, we'll only have 2 episodes left of something that could happen, and maybe none, and that I like. A lot.
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything, but
coming up. Maybe an end credit scene.
Right.
That's it. That's all I can think of at this point. This episode had no Moon Knight. None. Zero.
Nope.
Zilch. Nada. It was all exploration of the characters, of Mark, of Steven, of Layla. I think Oscar Isaac is doing a tremendous job in this show. He's playing 2 different characters. When he's Steven, everything about him changes, from his hairs to his toenails. The way he walks, the way he carries himself, his facial expressions, all of it is 100%. His voice, obviously, is 100% different. He walks with a lack of self-confidence. He carries himself, he's very bookish. He carries himself, he's very unsure, in an unsure way. And when he's Mark, he's American. He's strong. He's confident. He's full of himself. He carries himself much more differently. We say a lot of things about Oscar-worthy, Emmy-worthy, stuff like that. This being maybe in the category of, limited series rather than an ongoing drama or whatever.
Right.
I would find it hard to believe that he wouldn't be nominated for the job that he's doing. With that being said, the scene where Layla was being tracked by the zombie mummy Walking Dead thing, I have no better way to describe that.
The only way to really say it. Yeah.
When she was coming in, like in the crack in the wall, and it like reached in and grabbed her, and then she got out and grabbed her and dragged her back in. Spoilers, obviously.
Yeah.
I can't remember a time my heart pounded like that in a Marvel movie or show. I think the last time my heart got up like that was like when Thor dropped in Wakanda in Endgame.
Oh yeah.
I'm from that, and kind of the revelation that Mark had, something to do with her father's death. Obviously, we don't have all the facts there. It's just conjecture at this point. And Arthur Harrow is pulling the strings. But then the psych ward scene was like brilliant. And it just, pulled everything together like a nice condiment on a turkey sandwich. And like I said, I think that this was the best Marvel TV episode to date, in my opinion, in my most humble opinion.
I can see that. I mean, it had everything you were asking. It was weird how much it trapped into your brain. I actually paused and said that at one point. I was like, this is everything Brenton was asking for. So no, I mean, it makes me, like I said, it makes me excited for what's to come because we know that it's different, and thankfully it is.
I just like, it's obviously going to wrap up with, it's kind of predictable in that it's going to wrap up with him like being Moon Knight and saving the day and releasing Khonshu and all that. But what if it didn't? What if we learned that this is just all shit in his head the whole time? And this isn't even a Marvel thing. It's just like, it's Marvel, but it's not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's like, boom, that's it.
How wild would all that be? It would be so cool.
It'd be cool. I mean, I feel like whatever they're going to do at the end is going to be like,
I feel like it's going to be a letdown almost. You know what I mean?
Well, it may be a letdown, but I think it'll be maybe still the best of an ending that we get of any of these shows in a way. Like, just because I think they're doing so much different stuff anyhow at this point. And maybe it's the Batman, thing where it's like they have to cater to fans at the end, but like no one knew who Moon Knight was until they said they were making a show about it, and so like whatever. And it's also your Marvel, and you're having Doctor Strange and Thor come out in the next 3 months. Like, you don't need to worry about things. If this last episode is just you doing this whole psychological thing and that's all it is, no one's going to be mad. And it's like the other end, people are probably going to be stoked because they just would like something maybe different.
Well, this is, and you brought it up last week. It is a victim of its own success. And I almost feel like it's becoming it's too big to fail thing where now it's just going to start crumbling in on itself. And this stands alone in that it doesn't connect to the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's exciting and it's new in many ways. And it just feels fresher, because we're not getting some cameo from like fucking War Machine. You know what I mean?
Right.
That he's nominated for an Emmy when he was on screen for 25 seconds. But I'm super stoked to see how this ends. I look forward to every episode. The last two series, between this and Hawkeye, they've been very good.
Yeah, it's trending upward for the
series.
Shows.
Yeah, for the shows. And we'll see, because what's next? Is it Miss Marvel? Or is
She-Hulk?
She-Hulk?
Oh no, it's Ms. Marvel.
Is it Ms. Marvel? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. I think that's going to be. See, and that's the case where we already know that it's going to have, at the very least, connective tissue to Captain Marvel and all that stuff. Whereas, and then even She-Hulk's going to have Ruffalo in it, and I believe Abomination in it, so it's going to have all that. And that's why I'm super excited for every episode of Moon Knight, because it's just its own thing, and that's super cool. So there you have it. I feel like you're like peeking in
because of the Moon Knight thing. I know.
Oh, is that what it was? You did that intentionally?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just thought you were like
no. No, it's like the Moon Knight thing.
Like that guy behind the tree doing this whole thing.
Oh yeah.
That guy. I don't know what I'm even talking about at this point.
I like it.
I mean, I do for the most part.